Hello humans, my name is That, and this is my world of stuff. It's Friday, the 4th of June, that's June, and time for my weekly physical media updates, new bits and pieces of physical media that I've collected this week. I normally do it on a Saturday, but I think everything I'm expecting and I'm likely to pick up is here, so I thought I'd do it now for you. 6 items, should have been 7, but so I'll just run through what I've collected this week in terms of Blu-rays and 4K releases. You'll have seen the video I posted yesterday, the new Doctor Who discs, the new Demon release of the Ice Warriors, and the forthcoming Record Store Day release of Dalek Terror, which I think is the 12th of June is the first record date, and then there's a date also in July where you can pick these up at selected record stores, so look out for those. So that's sort of part of my physical media haul, but the actual visual side of it, I've had a few new bits and pieces, so I shall run through them for you. The first one is called Scavenger. I haven't opened any of these yet, so I'll be they're all unboxed, but obviously I'll open them up. Yes, it's called Scavenger. I don't know very much about this. This was sent to me to review for StarWarsMagazine.com, so the review will be up there. I'll watch this on the weekend. It's a post-apocalyptic future where the sky appears to be as rusty as the stolen vehicles. The broken down social landscape has been devastated by disease and economic crisis. Tisha is an organ trafficker and ignores the sweat-ridden faces of fear every time she stabs a human being to steal their body parts. But the money she raises is for a steely purpose: to find the whereabouts of the brutal cartel that murdered her family and wreak an explosive, viscera-packed revenge. Also includes a CD of the soundtrack, which is an unusual. I've not come across that before on a Blu-ray. This, I think, it's an unrated all areas disc. I'm not sure where it hails from. It could be Australia or something, I'm not sure. Not a film I've heard of, but will be interesting to take a look at, so I'll be looking down the weekend. So I picked that one up. I will just I'll break the seal to see what the disc and the CD look like. And here we go. Okay, there it is. Inside, yes, I think it's American. It's got that sort of labelling that you often get in American discs. So I suspect, yeah, it's a multi-region US release, I think. These things are like fiddly to get off. Perhaps I won't do that now because it will take up too much time. So if I just tear it at the top here, here we go. Right, that's that done, I think, pretty much. Okay, here we go. Here it is. So you've got the CD there and the film there on Blu-ray. Underneath you've got the cast list on that side. God, hang on, let's do this properly. There's the cast list of the film, and yeah, just this thing about the soundtrack on the other side. So yeah, sort of a Mad Maxy apocalyptic road movie type thing. So I shall take a look at that on the weekend. The running time doesn't say the running time. But yeah, that should be something a little different. So that was one of my pickups. I picked up 2 more of the Marvel 4Ks for my collection, coming towards the end. I think I might have mentioned on a previous video that I noticed that Xavier had reduced them further from $14.99 to $14.49. So I picked up Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Thor Ragnarok. I'm not a fan of this film. I know everyone loves it, but I found that the humour was just a bit tiresome because it was the same sort of humour for every character, sort of behaved in the same wisecracking sort of snarky fashion. I just got a bit tired of it, and I'm one of the few people who like Thor Dark World, and I like the first Thor film, which I'm actually planning to watch again quite soon, because I haven't seen it for ages. And I think that Thor as a character, people complain he's a bit pompous, but he's a god. I mean, you expect a certain level of pomposity in a god who's not familiar with the ways of man, and making him a sort of wisecracking surfer dude, to me, just took away from the essence of the character in a way. But anyway, that's Thor Ragnarok on the 4K package. Oops, this is falling out, which isn't very good. Blank inside. You got the 4K disc, which has got the artwork on it, and the standard Blu-ray, which is unillustrated. That'll go in the collection. I'm not in a hurry to watch that one, clearly, but it goes to make up the collection. Then we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Again, slightly disappointing follow-up to the original. The trouble was that the original was so striking and so unusual and so memorable. It was hard, in a way, to recapture that wow factor, because it was just more of the same. And, of course, the story focused more on Quill, Star-Lord's relationship with his father, Ego, played by Kurt Russell. And, yeah, it didn't quite connect in the same way, but still, still good fun and still very enjoyable. This one has the 4K and the DVD. They've both got the same art on them, which is rather nice, same as the cover art. And of course these all come with the slipcases, which, as I said before, I'm not a fiend for slipcases, but if they're available, they're nice to have. Popped into Cardiff yesterday, a little wander around to a few places. Looked in the local CEX, which has got a huge selection of stuff, but unfortunately it's all a bit sort of random. I was looking for 4K discs, and they don't put them in a separate section, they're just sort of stuck everywhere. So I couldn't really find anything I particularly wanted. But there's a good selection in there, so if you're in around the Cardiff area and pop into CEX, then it's worth a look. I then popped into HMV, where I picked up, I'd seen these a couple of months ago in their 2 for 13 sale, and I didn't think that promotion was still running, but it was. So I picked up Doctor Sleep, the sequel a couple of years ago by Mike Flanagan, the sequel to The Shining, which I hear, again, I wasn't particularly interested in this, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. I know it's quite a long film, but it's got Ewan McGregor and Rebecca Ferguson. I'm quite a fan of Rebecca Ferguson. And incidentally, check out the trailer for Reminiscence, forthcoming film with Rebecca Ferguson and Hugh Jackman, which looks very good. The trailer's just been released for that. It looks a bit Christopher Nolan Inception, which isn't necessarily a good thing, but it looks like an intriguing sort of time travel yarn. I do like a good time travel yarn. So this is Doctor Sleep on standard Blu-ray. I know it's a very long film, 152 minutes, so quite a long one this is. And inside, standard no frills Blu-ray, but yeah, that's one I'll be looking at hopefully in the next few weeks. It's sort of weird trying to watch horror films when the sun is blazing, even in the evenings. I was out last night and got back about 9:45, and the sun was, well, the sun wasn't out, but it was still light in the sky. This is one I was also pleased to pick up. I've been arguing about getting it in Asda, where it's about £8 recently, but I've hung fire a little bit. I got it for in the 2 for 13 sale in HMV. Brightburn. This is the sort of Superman, what if Superman was evil film that came out a couple of years ago. Basically follows the story of Superman, where a young child comes to Earth in a capsule, taken in by a family on a farm, but it turns out that his powers, he tends to use them not for good. It's an interesting idea. I don't think it's quite as well realised as it possibly could be. It stars Elizabeth Banks, David Denman, Jackson A. Dunn, Matt Jones, Meredith Hagner. But it's good. I enjoyed it. I saw it in the cinema. I haven't seen it since. There's some quite nasty sort of horror, sort of violent sequences in it. But it's good. It's a good little film. To say it doesn't quite fulfil the promise of the idea, but it's worth having, and for that price, definitely worth having. Speaking of Superman, in HMV, if you buy something at full price, and I did, but we'll come to that in a moment, there's always a selection of things you can get at a reduced price, and this was one of them, reduced to $9.99 with another purchase. Man of Steel on 4K. Got it on Blu-ray, but for $9.99 I thought, well, it's not a bad film. It's not one of the best Superman films, but it's better than its reputation would have you believe. Of course, it's Zack Snyder. I'm not a huge fan of Zack Snyder, and there are certain issues about the depiction of Superman in the film, but I think it's worth having. on blue at that price. Henry Cavill, I think, is a good Superman. He just hasn't had a chance to shine. Again, it comes in a nice slip cover, and I shall rip it open here. It's already slightly open actually. And I'll take that out. As I said, I think a lot of the DC ones were $9.99 with another purchase, a full price purchase. But as I said, I'll talk about that in a moment. Man of Steel. So there it is, in the traditional black case with the Blu-ray and DVD. 4K Blu-ray and DVD, sorry, 4K and Blu-ray. The Blu-ray's interestingly got the Superman logo, and the actual 4K is just a black disc with the lettering on it. And then I slip cover, so yeah, for $9.99 I thought it's not a brilliant film, but it's worth a look. Again, I haven't seen it since it came out, even though I've got it on Blue. Just haven't watched it again. This is often the way when you collect these things, you never get around to watching them. So I got that for $9.99 with another full price purchase. Now when I went into HMV, I was just wandering around and I thought, well, I had Thor Ragnarok and Guardians of the Galaxy 2. The only one I didn't have on 4K was Avengers Endgame. I thought, well, I'll pick it up here. It's the same price, $14.99 pretty much. So I checked on the shelf. Oh, there it is. I popped upstairs to look at the rest of the Blu-rays and what other sales items they had and so on. I came down, thought, well, I'll pick up Endgame now. So I picked it up, paid for it, came home, took it out of the bag last night, and discovered I picked up Infinity War instead. Go! I was like, oh really? Of course I've already got this, so I don't know whether to take it back, put it on eBay, or possibly do a little giveaway here, which I might well do. So stay tuned for an upcoming video. I've still got my 50 in 50 to resolve in the next couple of videos, so this may be coming up as a special prize very soon. So, but I was just, I got home, I was like, oh, you clown. I can't really be bothered to drag back to Cardiff, which is the nearest HMV, to change it. So yeah, I'll probably do a giveaway, so look out for that. So that's my pickups for this week. Not a huge amount, but I think a bit more than I had last week, but some interesting bits and pieces. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this here channel if you've enjoyed this sort of stuff. Let me know if you've picked up any physical media this week, what's in your sights for stuff you want to get. Share and do all that sort of stuff. Press that subscribe button which is there, and yeah, I'm done for now. Anyway, until next time, if you're wondering why the camera angle is a bit strange, it's because I got strange bed hair. I went swimming yesterday and my hair is a bit all over the place, so I need a haircut. Anyway, I'm done. Till next time, keep taking the stuff.